Miyamoto arrived late again, at least 3 hours late. No armor, no entourage, no polished blade, just a wooden stick he carved on the way there. On the other side of the beach stood Sasaki Kojiro, Japan's most elegant swordsman. Perfect stance, perfect weapon, perfect reputation. He'd been waiting in the burning sun, rage eating through his calm. When Musashi finally stepped off that boat, dirty, unshaven, eyes half closed like a man just waking from a dream, Kojiro snapped. He charged, screamed, attacked first, and that's when it was already over. One clean strike, Kojiro collapsed, dead. Musashi didn't win because his sword was sharper. He won because his mind was sharper. He controlled the fight before the fight began. That's psychological warfare. That's what happens when your mind becomes so clear, so detached, and so intelligent. People feel fear without understanding why. And today I'm going to teach you exactly how to build that kind of mind. A mind that doesn't just think, but dominates. Let's begin. 1. The mind that terrifies. You think people fear strength? No, they fear intelligence they can't predict. Most people's minds are open books, scrolls written by their impulses. You can read their emotions from a mile away. They want approval, comfort, status. They react when insulted. They chase when flattered. They retreat when threatened. Predictable, controllable. But when you train your mind to be silent, cold, and analytical, you remove all the handles. No reaction, no validation, no emotional tells. That's when people feel it, the same way animals feel an earthquake before it hits. They sense the power. Their brain fires the amygdala, the threat center. They don't know why they're uncomfortable around you, they just know they are. You've become a mirror. They see themselves, nervous, impulsive, insecure, while you stand still, calm, unreadable. That's when fear begins. As Musashi said, multiple strategies can lead to the same great outcome. The smartest man in the room isn't always the loudest. He's the one whose silence bends the atmosphere. 2. The lie that weakens you. But you'll never reach that level if your mind keeps lying to you. Every day, your brain whispers comforting lies to protect your ego. I failed because of bad luck. They don't listen because they're jealous. I'm not lazy, I'm just tired. All lies. And every lie builds a prison around your intelligence. Musashi's first principle was earth. Do not think dishonestly. That means you stop bullshitting yourself. You strip every excuse down to its bones. You didn't fail because of luck. You failed because you weren't prepared. They didn't ignore you because they're jealous. They ignored you because your emotions leaked into your words. You're not tired. You're undisciplined. When you confront the brutal truth, you become dangerous, because now you can no longer be manipulated by comfort. You've detached from the illusion. People who chase comfort are slaves. People who chase truth become free. Start by writing down one hard truth you've been avoiding. Face it, no filters. You'll feel pain, but that pain is clarity ripping through delusion. Musashi said it clearly: respect Buddha and the gods, but do not rely on them. That means stop waiting for someone to fix you. No one's coming. No one's saving you. You are the only sword you have. 3. Perception is power. Now you've built truth, but clarity alone isn't enough. You must see what others can't. Musashi's second principle was water. Perceive those things which cannot be seen. Most people listen to words. Musashi listened to intentions. When someone talks to you, don't just hear what they say. Ask yourself, why are they saying it? What are they trying to achieve? That's level 1, seeing intent. Level 2, seeing patterns. Level 3, seeing systems. Let me give you an example. Your coworker agrees with you every time but never takes action. Most people feel supported. You see manipulation, avoidance of responsibility masked as alliance. That's pattern recognition. And when you can read patterns, you control outcomes. Every human is a predictable system of triggers and habits. Once you see their rhythm, you can strike at the gap between thought and reaction. This is where intelligence becomes a weapon. The enemy acts. You already saw it coming. They bluff. You read their breath, the shift in tone, the micro-hesitation. That's the Musashi mind. Cold perception, fluid response. Water takes any shape, so should you. 4. Cross-discipline intelligence. Musashi wasn't just a killer. He was a philosopher, artist, sculptor, strategist. He studied everything because he knew intelligence trapped in one field is predictable. He wrote, "Know the ways of all professions." Modern translation, cross-train your brain. Don't be the finance guy or the gym guy or the tech guy. Be a weaponized polymath. Learn something outside your field: psychology, strategy, history, warfare, art. Every new discipline adds another layer of perception. It gives you new lenses to view the world. Now you're not just smart, you're unpredictable. Your enemies expect logic. You hit them with psychology. They expect emotion. You hit them with data. They expect stillness. You explode with movement. That's the FIRE principle. Multiple skills, multiple models. The more unpredictable your intelligence, the more terrifying it becomes. And just like in battle, timing is everything. Musashi defeated Kojiro not just because of skill, but because he controlled when the fight began. Timing equals control. In conversation, silence is a weapon. Wait 3 seconds before replying. Watch how people panic to fill the void. They reveal everything. Control rhythm, control timing. Now you don't just speak, you strike. 5. Deconstruct the enemy. You're sharp, you're fluid, you're unpredictable. But Musashi's fourth principle, wind, takes you from strong to untouchable. He wrote about studying every sword school in Japan, not to imitate them, but to find their flaws. He called it knowing your enemy's sword. Here's what that means today. Don't just learn ideas, dissect them. Every belief, every argument, every system has a hidden assumption underneath. Find it, expose it, break it. That's how you destroy people intellectually before they even realize it. Your competitor brags about their strategy. Ask, what's the assumption this relies on? Their argument collapses. A self-help guru preaches positivity. Ask, what happens when positivity fails? The illusion cracks. Deconstruction is power, because now you understand their mind better than they do. You know the weaknesses they refuse to see. Most people learn to repeat wisdom. Few learn to analyze it, and almost no one learns to question it. The feared mind does all three. It learns, it analyzes, and it dismantles. 6. The void, thoughtless intelligence. But there's still one final barrier. You think too much. The modern man is drowning in information, overanalyzing, overplanning. By the time he acts, the moment's already gone. Musashi called the final principle the void. Mushin, no mind. That's the point where intelligence becomes instinct. You don't think, you just do the right thing instantly. Musashi didn't overthink in duels. He didn't pause to weigh pros and cons. He moved correctly, fluidly, without hesitation. You build this through repetition. Pick one principle: truth, perception, fluidity, deconstruction, and drill it daily. After a month, you'll no longer have to try. You'll just be it. That's when fear sets in, because people feel when someone moves without hesitation. You radiate certainty. You act before they finish their sentence. You speak with purpose. Every move cuts through the noise. You've reached the void, a mind beyond thought, a blade that moves before the hand knows it has drawn. 7. The modern Musashi. Picture this. You walk into a room. You don't say a word, yet the entire atmosphere changes. Conversations slow, eyes shift. The air thickens. Your silence speaks louder than their noise. You don't fidget. You don't rush. You move with purpose. Every glance calculated, every breath controlled. You observe. You listen. When you finally speak, every word lands like a blade. Measured, precise, impossible to ignore. People feel it in their chest. They can't read you. They can't manipulate you. They can't predict your next move. That's not arrogance, that's clarity, the rarest, most dangerous power left in this world of chaos. You've built it piece by piece. Earth, brutal honesty, no lies, no excuses. Water, perception so sharp it cuts through intent, patterns, and systems. Fire, skill diversification and timing control. Your rhythm dictates the battlefield. Wind, deconstruction of every illusion, every false belief that blinds others. Void, the calm instinct to act without hesitation, pure flow. You've become the embodiment of Musashi's philosophy, a weapon forged in silence, discipline, and strategy. You don't chase validation, you command respect. You've built the mind people fear, not because it's smarter, but because it's unreadable, uncontrollable, unshakable. 8. The blade's edge. Musashi said that the most important battle is against the person you were yesterday. Win that, and you'll be ahead of everyone soon. That's the path. Not competing with others, but mastering yourself so completely that no one can even stand on the same battlefield of thought. A truly dangerous man doesn't show his intelligence. He conceals it beneath silence, discipline, and control. He lets others speak, expose, reveal. Then he cuts through their delusions with one clean sentence, like a blade through air. That's how you become so smart people fear your mind. You train it to be sharp, detached, fluid, and silent. You use it as a weapon, not an ornament. You learn from everyone, but bow to no one. You speak rarely, but when you do, reality bends. Remember this: powerful men are not feared for what they can do. They are feared for what they can see. And once your mind reaches that level of clarity, you won't need to prove anything. Your silence will do the talking. Thank you for watching. If you want to dive into deeper lessons, subscribe to my free newsletter, where I share raw, dark, and unfiltered truths you won't find anywhere else. The link is in the description. I'll see you soon.